Hi, my name is Jeanne Dozier, and I'm running for Lee County School Board District 2. It is my pleasure to serve as your current representative to the school board. I have a myriad of experience. I've also got leadership experience at the state level as well as the local level. As we transition to a 7-member board, it's going to be very important that we have a member or members that have that leadership experience. I have that experience not only in leadership but also with dealing with a $1.4 billion budget. It has been my privilege to serve you. Communication has been one of my main focus areas, but I've always put children first. And as a parent, as a business leader, it is very important that you have a board member that is always accessible to you. I am that board member. Again, it has been my pleasure to be here today. I would ask for your vote on November the 8th. Thank you so much. Vote for Jeanne Dozier, District 2, Lee County School Board.
What is your understanding and position of the rationale behind school choice?
School choice is something that we went into back in 2000 before I was even elected to the school board. And we did this for quite a few reasons. The main reason was to come out from under a desegregation order in the courts. We have tweaked the program repeatedly to try to make it more user-friendly. Next year, we are actually going to use kind of a hybrid method, and hopefully the elementary schools will be more like neighborhood schools. But because of the area and the large geographical space that we cover in Lee County, unlike areas in the north where you have city schools, we have county schools here. And it creates a huge geographical area. But because we have so many elementary schools, we're going to be able to use a hybrid. I believe that this is the best system possible without resegregating our schools, which is something that I could never support. So I certainly hope that you enjoyed. If I can ever do anything to help you get through the process, please don't hesitate to call me.
To what degree are students in Lee County on track for post-secondary readiness, and what will you do to improve it?
Well, one of the things that we just got last week, thank you for asking that question, was our SAT scores. And we saw that we outscored the entire state of Florida with our SAT scores. And what that actually is, for those of you that may not know, it is an exam that students take to be able to get into colleges. And if our students are outperforming the state itself, that means that our students are performing. We continue to look for programs to have a very rigorous education for our students. I have always supported a high level of education. I was the one that brought forward the idea of bringing a accreditation to Lee County. We are not only accredited in schools, but the whole district is accredited now. These are standards that make things better for our students. I will continue to advocate for a rigorous program of education studies while also being a good steward of your tax dollars.
What, in your view, are the most significant challenges to the Lee County School Board? What will you do to respond to the challenges?
Well, obviously one of the biggest challenges that we have, and it's not just in Lee County, it's across the state, it's the nation as well, and that is the retention and the hiring of good professional educators. Because we know that all research indicates that the most important person in the classroom that affects a student's education is that teacher. And because we are competing against so many different markets, we have to be more competitive. And the way that we're going to have to do that is we've got to find ways to get things out of the way of the teachers to where they won't have to do all the busy jobs, and instead they can do what we have hired them to do, and that is to teach. We also have to continue to lobby the legislators for a permanent funding source so that we can actually have a funding source to where we can adequately pay our teachers so that they can be funded adequately and they can be funded competitively.